Broncos minus 270, Broncos minus 6, and there you go.
That's road.
Who do you call on the road?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Vegas has no respect for Teddy Bridgewater.
On the road. He's
on
great.
the road. He's great. 23-3 ATS.
When they're at home, you don't bet Teddy. When he's on the road,
you bet Teddy.
When Teddy's wearing the whites, nobody's better in the whites.
Hey, but look at Lamar and Josh. Josh covered with ease today, right?
I'm just telling you, last guy who was this good in the whites was Tom Cruise and a few good men. Teddy Bridgewater getting it done.
Great information. I love the graphic.
Can't handle the truth.
I love the truth.
All right, Dolphins, Bills. Let's start with that one. 35. I thought like Miami was starting to turn corners, and they beat New England. They went on the road, and then they just. It's just one of those games. What did you make out of this one, JJ? I actually didn't even think Josh Allen was that good today, and they scored 35.
Yeah, he wasn't, and he was inaccurate. He was not very accurate. He was not precise with the football, and that's for the second straight week coming off a season where he was the runner-up to the MVP. So that's something that we need to keep an eye out for. But the Miami Dolphins didn't have their quarterback, and they didn't plan to play Jacoby Brissett for as long as they did the majority of the football game. And so I look at it, and I want to give superlatives to the Buffalo Bills, and certainly it's difficult to go out on the road and win a football game, no question, but it's a lot easier when you have to face the backup quarterback. The Bills were able to get home with just 4 pass rushers for most of the game. They didn't really have to blitz. When they did, of course, they were successful, but again, they were able to get 4 through that Miami offensive line to Jacoby Brissett. I'm going to keep an eye out, and I think we all are, of course, on Tua's injury. The initial x-rays were negative on Tua's ribs, but B-Mac, those ribs are going to start hurting. That side's going to start hurting. And we're going to have to see over this week, is he going to be able to throw the ball? Is he going to be able to throw the football effectively? Can he be an effective quarterback in week 3 of the NFL and beyond? That's something I'm going to be looking for.
This is a very, very serious position for the Miami Dolphins because of not knowing the status of their quarterback. And then when you look at what they have next going down the line, I think they have the Las Vegas Raiders, who's playing pretty good football. And oh, by the way, they can rush the passer. But let's talk about the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, he hasn't looked comfortable just yet. He still seems to be a bit off with his accuracy, his decision making. He's not the player that we saw a year ago. Now, how soon will he get back to being that type of player? We have to wait and see. But one thing I can say about the Buffalo Bills, defensively, this is a better ball club than what they were last year. JJ talked about how they harassed the quarterbacks from the Miami Dolphins. Tua didn't play a lot, but when he was in the ball game, they were tagging him. They were tagging him. They sacked Tua 2 times. They came in. When Jacoby came in, they sacked him another 4 times, not to mention all the pressure they were putting on the passer. That has been the most improving thing that I've seen from Buffalo has been the defense. Leslie Frazier has been dialing up some heat, and on all 3 levels, these guys are flying around to the football. So if they can continue to play that way, one would think Josh Allen would get back to being the player that he was last year compared to what we've seen in 2 weeks of play. And if he can get back to that level, this could be a nice, competitive, championship-like team going down the line.
Well, he was accurate last year, as you pointed out, but the knock on him coming out was accuracy. And accuracy is not something that you generally sort of learn as you go.
But he had it a year ago.
And he did have it a year ago, and you wonder, was that a blip or is that him?
Like a Vic Beasley type year?
I mean, look, Cam Newton had a year where he was through everything literally, and within picking the sprinkles off an ice cream cone. But most of his career, that wasn't it. I wonder if he's like a Cam Newton type. We'll see. We'll check that out.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.